Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the back room. And I'm going to have to make some adjustments, I can tell right now. Because once I started to record, the focus changed. Alright, hopefully that's still in focus. This is a series of scapes that I'm going to show you guys. There's almost 50 of them, but before I start, I'm going to show you this month's contest. Well, I'm going to show you a teaser from this month's contest, and make you wait for the rest till the end. The rest are going to be 10 by 20s. This is, I believe, a 12 by 16 inch, and a lot of people have been interested in buying this. It's not, it has some metallics in it. I'm not sure how well you can see those, but it is actually pretty gorgeous in person. And we're going to keep moving as best that I can. So this was really early on. I think I did this. This took like 5 or 6 different stages, and and it's got some texture to it, and it was from a long time ago. So I'm just going to put those right down below me. This was really early on. This is very metallic. I'm not sure. I really want to be sure if you guys can see all that. But yeah, that doesn't look too bad. That's almost all metallics, and I'm not sure if you can see the flash when I rotate it. But if you are interested in purchasing something, please just mention the time to me, and I will get back to you with an email address, and we can go from there, and I can show you a better picture. I'm going to try and rotate these a little bit, or tilt them so that you can see. These are just, when I first started doing scapes, some were better than others. And you can tell that there's a lot of gold and some color shifts as I move them. I don't know how far we'll get. Maybe I'll do part 2. This was fairly recent, actually. This took a couple of go rounds. I think we'll be able to see more as I get further along in my stack. So upside down. So really abstract sky and little tiny mountains at the bottom. But I like abstract stuff. I'm an abstract expressionist by nature. And this was early too. See the little mountains at the bottom, and they have a little bit of shimmer to them. The rest of it is very pearly. I kind of like that, actually. It's not like any of the others. I did a whole series of these. You'll see some smaller ones soon enough. I think that was actually a class demonstration, or very similar. There might be a class demonstration around here. I do a demonstration or 2 or more, depending on how much time we have and how many paintings the students want to do. But that's got a cute little pearly moon in there that I kind of like. This started a recent series of stuff. This was an experiment, and that's got a lot of shimmer to it, and that's kind of cool. Let me check my monitor and see if we're still in range. Yeah, we're doing all right. All right, so lots of texture. Very cool picture. This was recent. This was the beginning of the series after that. And there's, that was tilted. It has, I think I referred to the waterfall. The waterfall's on either side there. And I better be careful, or I'm going to wind up losing my tripod. Yeah, my head's probably in the view. Oh well, never mind. So that was one of my first nightscapes recently. And that has some different colors in the sky. It's pretty subtle. It might have been one of the ones where I dropped the edge catcher and had to move the height up, but I don't think it hurt anything at all. I really like that. I sold the companion to this that I did around the same time to somebody far away from me, and a lot of people have been very interested in that other one. I'm not going to be able to show it to you, obviously, because I don't have it anymore. I'm going to try and tilt some of these. You can see the sky is very pearly. I like misty pearly skies for sure, so I have no problem using the metallics and the shimmers. I've got cards over here in my way and all kinds of stuff in this room. And the sky darkened as soon as I wanted to make the movie and got completely ready for it. Big storm cloud came outside, so I'm hoping that you can still see everything. That was very pearly. And I love that. This is pretty cool too. This has got a lot of layers and textures. I don't know if tipping side to side will help. I wish I could be in 2 places at once and see the back as well as the front. And hopefully my halogen light shining and the overhead light will be helpful. This is, I wanted to call this Let's Go Skiing, because what I expected to be the sky turned out to look a lot more like a mountain. And I love the mountain. The mountain's great. So maybe I should check out and see if we need to zoom in a little bit. before we go tall. And I'm just going to leave that piece of canvas board down below. There we go. Hopefully, we're still focused. Yes. And that has a lot of copper and purple and gold, and it's intensely textured, and I don't know if the camera can even do it justice from where it's at. I know, I just kicked that, didn't I? Okay. This right here is still one of my favorites out of all the scapes, because I had left a ring pour outside for waiting for me to come back while I uploaded some other movies that I had made that day, and it just turned out to look so much like foamy ocean and such a gorgeous sky. The colors just turned out really well, especially that really bright magenta, neon-y, pinky purple color that I love so much. The big pink cloud. Lots of layers, lots of metallics, lots of colors, lots of cells down in there. Let's see if I'm still in range. Tip a little bit so you guys can see better. This was very recent. This was a lot of Arteza pearls that I had to use up, and a lot of other things went with that whole scenario. I love that. It's just one of my favorites. Then I like abstracts. This is like day before yesterday for me now, and it's not as pearly in the sky, but it's got a certain amount of semi-gloss up there. So same with down below. I love the blacks. It's a Black Sea pink sky, and this I made for a friend of mine. It's on canvas board, but I don't like canvas boards because I don't want to have to frame something. I'm just not that interested in framing anything. So I'm going to start to go through other things that I have here as quickly as possible. That was a riverscape, and I could actually turn that around or use it for something else. Maybe I'll just bring it forward. I'm not sure that's going to stay forever. I like it some days. You can see all the metallics in there. Some days I love it, and some days I'm not sure about it. So I'm going to cover that up and bring these little babies up. And this was actually today's video. So that's the Fantasy Clouds Nightscape, whatever you want to call it. These are from when I was doing abstract expressionist landscapes before fluid acrylic pouring additives were added. And I think that might be... No, that's not. That's Pink Sands, and this is Storm in the Bay. And I'm going to grab some other little things here. I had some paint left over one day, and no time to make a video. Let's see if I can zoom down. I'm going to regret that if I don't remember to zoom back out again. Yes, they're going to fall over. There we go. That's a little better. I absolutely love this. This has got lots of shimmer and little black trees and layers that look like rock ledges to me. And I just absolutely love it. This is still abstract expressionist from before fluid acrylic pouring, as is this. So there's two of those. They're quite different from each other. Why can't I make those stand up? Oh well, you can see them. They're not shimmery. They don't have any metallics or pearls in there. Let's pull up another stack, or let's just keep adding to this stack. There's another one from, it's like red, I think it's called Red Sands. It reminds me of bluffs and desert. This is sold. A friend of mine bought that. That's Autumn Skies. Sorry I keep kicking the camera. I have a few 14 by 14s. Yeah. That was the one that I did over with the black rolling sea, and lots and lots. I should show you guys that, and I should check to find out if I'm actually focused on anything, or I could, yeah, maybe I could even zoom out and make sure that yes, I'm working on it. I'm doing the best I can. All right, so this was an ocean tilted scape. And before I was doing the ocean tilted scapes, I was doing the mountains with the rivers. And I like those. I especially like putting little moons in my scapes. They make me happy. Way back in 2018, I was doing a wave series, an abstract wave series, but it was still a seascape. And these were also precursors to what I've been doing recently. Another one. And there are some metallics in there. I don't know if you can see them. I don't think they're important because I love how intense the texture or the patterns are in there. This is little black mountains at the bottom and a huge skyscape. I absolutely adore that picture, by the way. Totally. Gonna keep going. This is recent. You guys have not seen this video yet. It's coming right up in a day or two. And make sure we can still... Yeah. Let's go back. I might have missed the mountains on the last one. Yeah. You can see everything now. Did we get all of that too? Alright. Well, be very specific if you're interested in making a purchase about the time that you saw something. This was my first attempt at imitating some striped water I saw from a tropical ocean photo. And there's a lot of texture and grain in there, and I actually do like that. Here's when Arteza sent me canvas boards. I did that. I know, it reminds you of the other one. Me too. But it's still beautiful, and somebody might get it for their birthday who asked me, who's a very dear friend of mine. So that'll be fine. She'll frame it, and it'll be good. This was before I was really tilting a lot and pouring on mixed colors, but to tell you the truth, the canvas boards, for me, they don't really lend themselves that well to a massive paint flowing across them. Something very disconcerting about that. This was an attempt recently at the sun peeking through or setting behind some rocks. And you have also not seen this painting, but I think you will probably see it tomorrow. And I have more, and I hope that the timer doesn't go off. We got plenty of time left. Cool. So, that's great. Let's keep moving along then. Let's turn that around. This might get a second treatment. I'm not sure about that. It's got some great texture as far as the shimmer goes in there, but it's not making me super happy. These predated tilting poured stuff. There was swiping going on in the sky and swiping going on in the ocean. And there's a little bit of shimmer in the clouds, a little bit of shimmer in the water. I've got another one from before. I was using pouring mediums. And this I had pouring mediums in, and the little sandbar that runs across the center is a little tiny gold shimmery stripe, and it's gorgeous. I love that. This is when I was still feeling my way around, and I do actually like this. I didn't always like it. I came back and did a part 2 where I added a foreground bluff, but it's got wonderful shimmer to it, and it's got a great sky, and the mountains are fun. I did a series of these waves. Love that. And there are some of those available on my fineartamericapixels.com for shower curtains or bedspreads or whatever, very similar to that. This is a copy of an abstract expressionist piece that I used Floetrol to recreate, and that was fun. This is the longer, smaller version of Sunset on the Blue Bay, or some similar name. This was a very recent, very pearly seascape. Let's make sure everything's in the picture. Oh, see what I did? Let's go back. Let's make sure you can see everything. That one needs to be tipped. I think I'm losing my my light by filling up the space. So let's just go back here. That's recent. You haven't seen that video yet. That's coming right up. Probably just saw that video if you're a subscriber. There's over 75,000 of you, or there's very close to 75,000 of you. Maybe 100 or 2 away. It usually doesn't take all that long to get there. You see, there's occasionally flakes of paint from other paintings on here. That is a very popular painting, and I'm surprised that I still have it, and I don't mind keeping it if I don't sell it, because I really, really love it. And here's another of the beginning of the wildscapes recently. I'm not sure if you've seen that video or not yet. It might be one I held back, but I don't put them out in order anyway. This was really really recent and really early in this most recent series of abstract stuff. And I love that. And let's make sure that you can still see everything. Yes, you can still see everything. I want to turn everything sideways because I've got some... make sure nothing falls over. Yeah, I know, you guys never see me. You don't need to see me now either. Let's see if I can get these two babies in here. That is... No, not yet. Come back up. That's a 10 by 20. It's kind of hard to see, actually. Maybe I'll just move forward with the whole camera. Refocus. Something's... There we go. I don't know if you can see that. I kind of want to show you that I've got that iridescent purple in the sky, and it shimmers. It's beautiful. And there's some great texture in this sky, and got those rocks. Somebody said they looked like turtles, and I kind of agree. I mean, why not put some turtles in? What else have I got? Oh, you know what? I am down to something probably won't even fit on your screen. This is a gallery wrap canvas. And I'm gonna go, oh, you can see all of that. That is an amazing piece. And it's before pouring medium was added. I believe that is at least a 36-inch long by 15-inch deep artwork. And there is no way to show how intensely beautiful that is unless you see it in person. Let me see if I can tip it a little bit. There are no shimmers in there, but there are layers like the acrylic was used like watercolor in a way. So what I have here for you now are this month's prizes. And that timer needs to be reset right now. I can't believe I'm actually going to fit everything in. Alright, so here goes nothing. Let's put one of these up. I just pulled out my 10 by 20s and I've got a lot of really cool stuff. A lot of it may have been first year. There's tons and tons of cells in there. If you were to choose this as your prize, as the winner of the drawing, that will happen early September, by the end of the first week, you would probably want it in some place with a lot of light. Because if you didn't have a lot of light, it might be on the dark side. This is pretty wild. I actually love this. This is very abstract expressionist. I was playing with scooped colors. Scooped from a spoon, scooped from a dish of colors. This was an experiment. This could go any way you want it. That's... I got too much stuff going on in my picture. Let's turn that around, or at least down, so it's not in your way quite so much. Right, so you could request that to go a different direction. This was one of the first few paintings I ever did, and it's got some great drama and some great color in it. This was me trying to be minimalist. This actually has some copper in there, and the black is shiny, and there's some texture in there. It's not completely flat, which I don't really mind. Let's grab those down. And remember, these are all the drawing. Whoever wins the contest is going to have a choice of one of these. That's not a good picture of that. Can I get it? Oh, I really want to be able to show that better. I think I would have to pull the camera back again. No, that's just a terrible picture. I'm so sorry. Let's see if that'll help. We'll just tip that forward and back. We're going to run out of time. So anyway, you guys, shop my Amazon link to help me out if you want to. It's no added cost to you, and there's lots of cool stuff there. There's another one for the contest. And we're going to have one last one, and I'm going to tell you guys that this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Studio Gallery in the backyard. And if you would give me a thumbs up, I would really, really, really so appreciate it. It tells the YouTube algorithm that I'm worth placing in prominent locations where more people can find me, and when more people find me, more people subscribe, and when more people subscribe, I might make a living someday, and I will keep making videos for you guys so that there's one every day as long as I possibly can afford to, and thank you all for the contributions. If you contribute, you will be included in this month's contest, and you will be allowed to choose from one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 paintings, and there's number 9. And you really, really, really help me pay for my art supplies by contributing. So I so appreciate that. Y'all take care now. This is Priscilla Batzell. I said that. I love you guys. I said there was 75,000 of you, and there probably are. I want to zoom in on that. I mean, I really want better lighting.